We live in an increasingly connected world. Computers run entire systems that rule our daily lives, and the more wired a country is, the more open it is to attack. So-called cyber terrorists, armed with as little as a laptop and a connection to the internet, have the potential to strike anywhere in the world. Dealing with them requires a coordinated approach, and that's exactly the purpose of the International Multilateral Partnership Against Cyber Threats, IMPACT for short. It was set up in 2008, and today it's launched its global headquarters in Malaysia's own Silicon Valley. Let's go to Kuala Lumpur now. We can speak to Dr. HamadounTouré from the International Telecommunication Union. The ITU is the UN Agency for Communication and Information Technology and has a close connection with IMPACT. Thanks for joining us here on BBC World News today. I mean, it's obviously a growing problem. President Obama has called for a full-scale review in the United States. What exactly will IMPACT be able to achieve?
Well, as you know, President Obama has called for that full-scale review, and this is what is needed in every country in the world. The IMPACT, which has been launched today, is about a multilateral cooperation, a global cooperation, a framework that will enable all countries in the world to cooperate to combat together cybercrime and cyber threats.
But just explain, if you can, how that works. So will they pass information through to this centre? Will it be discussed there? Will it be analysed by experts and then fed out to all the participating countries?
Well, in order to combat cybercrime and cyber terrorism, we need to put in place a national legal framework in every country in the world. We need to ensure that there is a good technical framework that is also put in place, an international cooperation that will enable capacity building, training, to bring everybody at the same level. And the IMPACT that has been launched today is one of the many projects that will take place in many countries in the world. I am very pleased that the Prime Minister of Malaysia was first to launch this initiative, and we are joining because it's in line with the global tasks that have been assigned to the International Telecommunication Union that I'm heading to deal with cyber crime and cyber terrorism.
OK, just give us an idea of the threat from cyber terrorism. I mean, this is more than just internet crime, isn't it? Just give us a flavour of quite how serious it could be.
Crime will go from the crime against children, child pornography, and all the type of crimes. As you know, 1 out of every 4 children is today giving valuable information, personal information, or information about their family on the web. 1 in 5 is subject to a type of a crime in a year, and we have numerous attacks on not only on children but on governments, on businesses, and therefore the threat is really is very real today.
And potentially more serious than something like 9/11. I mean, this could lead to cataclysmic events happening around the world.
Let me tell you, a cyber terrorism or cyber crime could be worse than a tsunami. And what we need to avoid, we're going through a concept of even cyber peace, because we need to avoid conflict between countries. As you know, Estonia's network was attacked in 2007 to a point that the whole country's network was shut down. We've seen numerous activities between countries, Georgia and Russia, just before the war started. And therefore, there are number of type of crimes that can happen in the cyber space. And you know, the conventional wars are showing us that the best way to avoid any war, to win a war, is to avoid it in the first place. And a war in the cyberspace will be worse than a tsunami.
OK. Dr. HamadounTouré, I'm afraid we must leave it there, but very interesting to talk to you. Thank you. Now, let's get an idea of what's coming from the sports news. Russell.
Well, just like Christmas, Liverpool against Chelsea is becoming an annual event. The 2 English sides will meet in the Champions League for the 5th